Audio Economics here with the second video that is not a hate mail video, nor Breath of Fire 3 video. It's kind of an update video, or should I do the other one? No. I'm going to do the update video first. Then, after we finish the update video, we will get on to more stuff leading to the hate mail stuff. Yeah, transgender hate mail and whatnot. So this is an update video on my job situation. Now, the issue, my mom wanted me to wait till after I actually got a new job. That before I talk about what happened with the old one. Okay. So, yeah, obviously, none of you, I'm not saying where I worked before, but it was definitely a big old place. Had a lot of people in there, a lot of locations, and they paid a good amount of money. That's the 15, 16 an hour. It was great. Problem is, they were all about that quota, and eventually, after almost 2 years of working with them, they called me into the office. Basically, what happened is, it was a 3 a.m. where it was a night shift, and I was hanging out, doing my thing, working on my stuff. That's what I was working on for this company. And then they called me over and had me go over to the HR building, and two managers, and then a person from HR came into the conference room that we all went into. And I was like, okay, this is definitely not something different. I've never been in here before. So, there, and he's like, one of the managers is like, I'm wondering, did you get your final warning about your quota? And I was like, yeah, I did. So I think because they said I could appeal, the manager said that I could appeal that warning. I was like, oh yeah, well, that's it. Well, they say the computer says that you've gone on, your quota, which has changed drastically since I started working there, is now too low, for us to keep you hired anymore. So you're fired, basically. Give me your name tag, and I will have to walk you out. That's basically how it went, and that sucked right then. But it was also, realized there was also opportunity to basically restructure my life, work on better things than that. Because, get some more in the center there. Because basically, there was just so many problems with that job. That's at its core, it was great. You hang out. There was a night job. You hang out. You stand in one place, or wherever they tell you to stand, and you do stuff. At a desk. You do stuff at a desk, and you just do that. Until they decide to move you somewhere else. That's how that would go. But over the months, weeks, months, and times, the quota changed from 60 to 70 to 80 to 90. Just come and going. And it was just ridiculous, and it was getting even more and more ridiculous. And not because they needed it so they could stay on business, but because they wanted more money than the billions they already have. The head CEOs of the company that I used to work for are multi-billionaires. Okay, so it's not like, oh no, our house, our car, our life, what will our children eat? No, it's nothing like that. It was like, I want another yacht. Give me another. No, it's so bad. So it's just so many silly things like that. So I not only work with them, but now I got a job working. It was a temp job at Minutemen. At Minutemen, and I'm not gonna tell you where, but it's basically very different work. Okay, I go in, wake up. It's during the day, so it's definitely I got to readjust. Wake up, and my mom wakes me up around 5 or so. Then she has to go to work pretty early too. So wakes me up around 5 or so. I get all ready, and then pack everything I need for that day, and then we take the bus up to where the Minuteman is. Then I get off. She takes the bus where her job is, and I basically go inside the Minutemen and hang out with all the other guys, other people in there, and sign in and see if I can get a job, And there's this one place, I'm not going to tell you where it is, but there's one place where, I can tell you where it is, or what name it uses, but I can say that they basically, it's in a very industrial job. They basically treat metal there. These car parts, they basically take, you put this chain that goes by that you put little like these hooks that have these hooks on it, or there's places for hooks anyway, and you put them, these racks with on there, and you put these metal parts, car parts, and other metal parts in onto these racks, so they can very slowly, very surely, go up into the machine and get sprayed and washed off and then coated with this substance and then just heated. They go through these ovens and they come back out. And usually I'm on the crew that deals with them after they come out the oven. We grab them. Yeah, thankfully they provide gloves. These kind of pretty cheap but useful knit gloves. And they just grab these out. If I usually have 2 pairs on, grab them out, still hot from the ovens, put them, they'll think they're not as hot they're not molten hot, but they're still hot. Grab them out, put them into the shipping containers that they were in, the shipping containers that they're going to be shipped in, so they can go get sold and used for cars or whatever. And we do that, I do a batch, usually it's like I do a batch, and then I'm on break while someone else does a batch, and then we switch off every now and then eventually it's lunch, and then after lunch we do that some more, and I get on break, and then finally around 7 o'clock at night, the shift's over. The lady gives me my I'm not going to use an actual slip because it has my information on it. He usually gives me a slip, my slip of paper. I got it from Minutemen. This is a slip of, basically this is representing a slip of paper. It's my resume, actually. No. No. My resume. Shoot. Forgot you can do that. Well, okay. This is a resume, okay, for finding a job, okay? Resume, but basically I'm using it as an example of a paper. That's the job slip. I get a job slip from Minutemen. I go over to the place. I hand it to the lady who's my manager, and she signs, basically, or one of her boss, and that calculates my hours, okay, that I work. Then, at the end of the day, she gives it back to me, all signed and everything, and then she emails the information from this slip to Minutemen from where she works, and then eventually I have a pay card from Minutemen. And they put money on that card. It took a little while for them to get that together. But we're getting it together now. So it's definitely not as much pay as the place I used to work, which does suck. But thankfully, it is work. So that's great. Okay, so it's really, really good. I'm very thankful to God that there is a job, and I was able to go to this other place. And basically work with them. They say they found a job. They found some place. They're going to send me a resume of mine to this job that is only a 15-minute bus ride away from where I live. And that job might pay more and might be better than the current job. And we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Things are working out. It's definitely been an interesting road. But things are working out. And things are getting better, and basically, while the environment at the current job is smoky and toxic, it's a bit smoky. The machine makes things smoky. The machine that coats everything makes it a bit smoky in that place. But, I said this before, but to my pastor, my mom, and some other people, basically, while physically the job is more toxic than the place I used to work, mentally it's less toxic, which is really sad, but that's how it is. It's like, okay, yes, the smoke is irritating my eyes and my throat, but I get to take a break. I get to, things, they're not freaked out because of, imagined, numbers, at least not as much. And it's great. So things are going well. I'm very happy with that. So now it's time to move on to other videos. Onto those hate mail videos. So see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.